Hello and a big welcome back to the Wee Larder channel. I hope you're all doing fine. Today we're going to be making a delicious cheese and bacon scone round. This recipe is so easy to make and the kids absolutely loved it. We enjoyed it with the lettuce soup recipe, which is available over on my Instagram page. Now it kind of sounds a little bit weird maybe to some people, lettuce soup, but it is actually really delicious and it's a great way to use up extra lettuce that you have growing in your garden. So the full recipe is over there for the soup over on my Instagram Reels, I think it is, or it's down as a post or something. If you can't find it, give me a shout and drop me a message and I'll point you in the right direction. The two actually go really well together, so we're just sharing the recipe for the bacon and cheese scones in this video, but they go really well with lettuce soup. If you don't want to make the lettuce soup, it would also work really well with another green soup like spinach or maybe watercress even, or even a tattie soup actually. It would probably go really well with a tattie soup as well. So I hope you enjoy this recipe. Let's get started on making our delicious cheese and bacon scone round. So for this lovely recipe, we're going to need these ingredients here. If you want to make 2 rounds, you can double it up. I found for a big family, I would probably make 2 next time because the kids really enjoyed it. So we're going to add all of our flour into our mixing bowl there. We're just going to sieve that through. We're then going to add in our butter and we're just going to rub all of our butter into the flour. So once we have all of our butter in there, we're going to rub that into the flour. So you're looking for like a breadcrumb type consistency, something like this. Once it is all rubbed into the flour, we're then going to add in our cheese. Now this was approximately 70 grams or so. You can add a little bit more or less in if you want to. If you want it really cheesy, I would go for maybe a little extra half handful. But I found that quantity of cheese was just right, so it's up to you. We're just going to add in our salt there as well. And we're going to add in our fresh herbs as well. So I've just used a handful of parsley. You can use coriander if you want to, just whatever you have available, whatever flavors you want to go for. The parsley works really well. So we're going to add in our chopped bacon now as well. And we're just going to give that a good mix through. If you want to, you could use vegetarian bacon for this, or you could use mushrooms in this as well if you wanted to make a vegetarian version. But the bacon is really nice and salty in this recipe and it works really well. So we're just going to give that a good mix through. And we're then going to add in our milk. And we're going to add our water in as well. So it's just water there. It was just a little bit cloudy because I just used the same cup measure that I was using for the milk. So if you mix your water and your milk together into the dough, and you should start to form a dough in your hands. You don't want to knead it too much. You want to try and keep it nice and light. So just mix. I find just mixing it through with a spoon and then a very light knead, and the dough was ready to roll. So you should have something that looks like this when it is ready. As I said, just keep your kneading light. You don't want to go too overboard. You just want to roll it into a nice, like a rough ball shape. And we're just going to flatten it down very gently. And we're just going to use our knife to score halfway through to create our wedges. We're also going to top it with cheese as well. So just a little bit of extra cheese. There's no particular measurement for this, just whatever you have to hand. And we're then going to just cut through about halfway through to 2/3 of the way through with our knife so that our wedges kind of cook and rise up individually. And they're also really easy to tear off
once it is finished cooking as well. So we're going to pop that into a hot oven as well, and I'm using a fan oven at 220, and we're going to pop that in for about 15 to 20 minutes. Your cheese should be nice and melted on the top. The scones obviously cooked through and nice and golden brown. Just keep a close eye on it. You don't want it to burn, and you want to keep it nice and soft in the middle as well. So it should look something like this when it is ready. Lots of nice melty cheese, baked cheese on the top there, and we're just going to cut into a wedge really easily because we've already pre-scored through our scones with our knife. So you can see our cheese inside, our bacon, lots of bacon pieces, lots of fresh herbs. I really thought these quantities went well together, and as I said before, this is delicious with soup, especially like a green soup like a spinach or pea or the lettuce one that I was making. But if you're moving into the autumn months, you could even use a tattie soup as well.
So I really hope you enjoyed making this recipe. It was definitely one of the kids' favourites this summer. They really enjoyed it with the soup. And if you're making it for a big family, I would recommend making 2 of the scone rounds, because to be honest, when I put it out on the table, it was literally gone within like a minute. There was hardly any left over. So it's definitely popular serving it up alongside soup. We had it for like a lunch, but you could probably make a dinner out of this as well if you had some other things on the go. So if you did enjoy this video, please feel free to give it a big thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed and you want to catch up my videos in the future, then please feel free to click the subscribe button and the little bell next to it. Everybody's back at school tomorrow. I'm sure the kids aren't too excited. It'll be great to get back into a routine and get some more videos out as well. And I'm also still working away on my autumn cookbook for you all, so that's going to be coming out very soon. Really excited to get this one out. And I'm also setting up my Patreon account system, whatever you want to call it, subscription kind of thing. I'm setting that up this week, so I'm really excited about that. So if you want to support me over on Patreon, I will be sharing the details over on my Instagram page. I'm going to have maybe 2 or 3 tiers to start with, and so there'll be some exciting extras involved in the subscriptions as well. So all the information will be over on my Instagram, and I'll probably do a blog post about it as well. So I hope you're all enjoying your summer, and if your kids are back at school tomorrow, I hope you enjoy the peace and enjoy getting back to a routine and stuff, and I hope everything goes well with everyone going back to school and nursery and all that kind of stuff too. So I hope to see you all again soon. Take care. Lots of love. Bye bye.